If you have sore wrists, an ankle injury, or just fancy a seated practice today, this class is for you. And you may be pleased to hear there are no planks and no downward dogs. All you need is your mat today, or maybe something to sit on, like a cushion or a blanket, if that helps you sit up a bit taller. When you're ready to begin, meet me sitting down on your mat. Take a deep breath in, shrug your shoulders up to your ears, and then exhale, lower them down your back. Extend your right leg out on a diagonal so you're not mirroring my position. Left knee is bent with your left foot pressing into your inner right thigh. Your hips are open. Option here to sit up on the edge of your prop to elevate the hips if that helps you sit up taller. Placing your hands on your legs, begin to spiral the torso as though you were stirring the contents of your pelvic bowl, Sufi grind, rounding your spine as you roll back on the sitting bones. If you regularly practice Sufi grind with crossed legs, notice how the movement feels different in this position as we begin to open up through the inner right thigh. Change directions. And there's no need to make these your biggest circles ever, unless that feels comfortable for you. And return to center. Nice tall spine, spinal flex from here, keeping the legs as they are. Think seated cat-cow, but prioritizing the rocking of the pelvis here. So inhale as you rock forward, exhale, rocking back. This is a bit quicker than a normal cat-cow, and you want to keep your head more or less neutral, although it will rock up and down a little bit, but we're not exaggerating that movement. Allow yourself to get lost in the rhythm of this meditative movement. Maybe your eyes closed. Return to a neutral spine, sitting up tall. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, twist towards your bent knee, pulling your belly button towards your spine. Right hand rests on left knee, left fingertips reaching back. And we'll add on from here, keeping your twist exactly where it is with the hand on the knee. Reach your left arm up and over in the direction of your right toes. If that's too intense in the back, you can let go of the knee. But personally, I absolutely love this one because my back muscles are always so tense, and I find this really gets in those hard to reach places. And release. If you're facing the long edge of your mat like me, just swivel around to face the short edge. Turn your sternum to face your straight leg, fingertips either side of thigh. Tilt your pelvis forward, engage the leg and lift it as high as you can using the strength of your hip flexors. Draw it to the midline and then lift your other leg coming into boat pose. And then bend the knees, come to lie down on your back, hugging knees into chest. Take a little rock from side to side. That's just a little bit of work to strengthen the hip flexors and often underused muscle of the body. All right, my friends, release that now and cross your right ankle over the left thigh. So we're just coming into recline pigeon pose, lifting up the left leg, catching hold of your thigh or around your shin. Lower left leg down, catch the big toe by wrapping your peace fingers around it and extend the right leg for a hamstring stretch. The knee can be a bit bent here, and if it's hard to reach the toes, just hold around the thigh or the calf. Extend your left leg out long here. Place your left hand strongly down on the left thigh as you open your right leg out to the right. Turn your gaze to the left and try not to let that left hip creep up. All right, bring your right leg back to the midline, lift your head and chest up, try to connect knee to nose. And then lower everything down. Come into constructive rest with your knees bent, feet wide, knees dropping together. Take your hands to your belly or your ribs for 3 deep cleansing breaths in through the nose, sighing out the mouth. Really feel the breath inflate your body, moving your hands. Full awareness on your breath. Enjoy this moment of relaxation. Hug your knees to chest once more and we'll rock and roll up and down the spine. Gradually building up momentum. Let's do one more. And then come up to sit And we'll find those postures on the second side. So extending your other leg out long, coming into that open hip position, sitting up nice and tall. Maybe you're sitting up on that prop again to help you elevate the spine. And then come into that Sufi grind, making those big spirals with the torso. So adding the spirals is helping us to really get into the inner thigh, the groin, the hips. And then changing direction. Focus on your breath, breathing in to come forward, breathing out to round back. Let's return to a neutral spine, finding that spinal flex, rocking forward and back with the pelvis. So it's not quite a seated cat-cow, it's a little bit different. So we're rocking forward and back with the pelvis. The spine is going to rock, but that's not what we're focusing on here. In, forward, out, back. Return to a neutral spine, and then let's find that deep twist, twisting towards the bent knee. And then maintaining your twist, let's find that deep stretch in the back by reaching the right arm up and over towards your toes. Keeping hold of the knee is going to just help by adding traction, getting you deeper into the muscles of the back. But if that was too much on the other side and it's too much on this side, just let it go. Come into a regular side bend. And then release, turn to face the top of your mat if you're not already there. We're finding that activation in the hip flexors, lifting up that leg, draw it to the midline, come up into boat. Hold for a moment. You can hold behind the knees if it's hard to keep the legs lifted. And then bend into your knees, lower down, transition onto your back, hug your knees into chest, nice big hug, and a gentle rock from side to side. And lower that right foot down, cross your left ankle over the right knee. Stretching deeply into the left hip this time. Lower your right foot down, catch hold of your left big toes, extending your left leg as much as you can. It's more than okay to have a bend in that knee. And then opening the left leg out to the side. If you still had the right leg bent, extending it now, pressing down on the right thigh with the right hand. Try not to let that right hip lift up, turning your gaze also to the right. And then draw that left leg back into the midline, lift your nose up towards your knee, holding there, engaging the core, and then letting it go. Come back into your constructive rest. Knees bent, feet wide, hands to belly, 3 deep belly breaths, breathing in through your nose and sighing out your mouth. Let it go. And then bending into your knees, rocking and rolling up and down the spine. A few more times. And then eventually rock all the way up into a seated position. We'll take a centering breath together. Inhale, lifting the arms up, holding your breath at the very top. Soft suspension, hands in prayer. Gaze at your thumbs, lift your pelvic floor. And when you're ready to let that go, open mouth, exhale, lower hands to heart, bowing forward. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you made it to the end, please show your support for this channel by giving this video a thumbs up and hitting the subscribe button if you haven't already. I appreciate you being here and making time for your practice. Namaste.